the Archbishop Murray Memorial Hospital. She brought the rowdiest crowd, I think, except for the 69s who have the best class ever, I'm told. May challenge that. So, well, I am really excited to introduce you to Kay. For those of you who do not know her, she has energy like few people you'll ever meet. In fact, Kay is kind of a legend around here. So much so that Mayor Chris Coleman actually declared October 2nd, 2013, Kay Baker Day in the city of St. Paul. This is a huge deal. You're about to meet. Many of you are probably wondering, how do I get a day named after me? Well, listen to this resume. After graduating from Archbishop Murray in 1962, Kay went on to have a career in healthcare at a religious institution, St. Joseph's Hospital. Her role was to ensure that St. Joseph's had a strong presence in the community and to create programs centered around youth and education. And boy, what a presence she created. Here are some of her accomplishments. Kay hosted a healthcare camp at St. Joe's so students could get hands-on experiences in their chosen fields. Along with fellow alum Pat Schweitz, she trained hundreds of teenagers the value of volunteering. Created a mentor program at Arlington High School, worked with St. Paul schools in their Career Connections program, created a pen pal program with Cesar Chavez School to connect Health East employees to the Latino community, and coordinated a reading program for underserved students at Dayton's Bluff School. In her spare time, Kay served on the following boards. She was with the Children's Program of Northern Ireland, Capital River Council, Eastside YMCA, the St. Paul Rotary. These must have been nothing like serving on the Hill Murray board. We asked, how do you do all this? St. Paul College Advisory Board, the Visit St. Paul Board, and Century College Foundation Board. In her spare time, Kay manages to find time to be one of the driving forces for the Alumni Founders Committee here at Hill Murray. Kay is notorious for talking to anyone who will listen. You should think, I didn't mean that as an insult. You should think about sending your kids to Hill Murray. They are doing great things there, even though she didn't send her kids. It is a great privilege and an honor tonight it is a great privilege to honor Kay tonight for living out the values of Archbishop Murray education. Ladies and gentlemen, Kay Baker, the Archbishop Murray Heritage Award winner.
So I was in the first graduating class of Archbishop Murray, and I grew up in the Midway area of St. Paul. And so this was a long haul to come from St. Columbus School to Archbishop Murray back in 1958. We were the only class that was in this high school. I mean, it wasn't as big as it is now, but it was still a big school to have only one class here. And I really wanted to go to a public school in my neighborhood, and I think all these women here at this table and that table, I wouldn't have known any of these women if I would have gone to another high school. And we've been connected for, think about this, over 50 years. We've stayed connected because of this high school. Anyway, Sister Claire was our principal. I told somebody tonight, she's probably spinning in her grave right now. She used to always say, you're not applying yourself, you're not applying yourself. And I didn't until probably when I was a senior. The Sisters of St. Benedict really instilled a love of lifelong learning. They really did. And so, as Chris said, I went on, I started working at St. Joseph's Hospital, which became part of Health East, and it now is part of the Fairview system. And I invited my former boss, who's not here yet, but he allowed me to do some of the things in the community that I'm getting awarded for. I want to thank my family for coming. A lot of them came a long way to be here tonight. Not Sean or not my husband Doug, but otherwise they did come a long way to come here. Any chance I get, I talk to people about this school. And every time I come here, I see students that are so respectful, they are so polite. I see faculty that is totally engaged. And I think if students, I always talk to people, And I say, if you have grandkids or kids, really look at Hill Murray as a choice for your school, because they will have 4 years of a great education, and hopefully they will have the same kind of connections I do 50 years later when they graduate. Thank you.